Ice cube factory. Literally right on the edge of the water. Not enough raw materials. Me. Hey, Seniac, how about zoning the golf course as a park? Also, Seniac zones Compton and most of LA boroughs with literally no police force. Me waits for the ensuing riots and crime wave. Is it Oil Town? Or is it Oil Island? China. Where are our cargo ships? Oil Town. Seniac is caring too much about the USA and not Oil Town. Which, guys, sounds about right at the minute, which is why we're going to show some love to Oil Town this episode. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Oil Town here in City Skylines. We've done lots of things lately to kind of ramp up production and whatnot, and we have spent a lot of time, where is it? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. On the USA. We added this little metro subway system last episode, which was pretty damn sweet, if you ask me, boys. And we kind of still trying to grow the Compton area. It's taken some time, but we're slowly getting there. We've now got demands for commercial and industrial. All that's left to grow here is just a simple residential, so I'll just let that continue to tick along, because today we're going to set sail away from the USA and focus a little bit more on Oil Town. So what are we doing today? Well, I kind of like that little kind of in the little intro there, guys. You know, your boy Chris there, he says, how about zoning the golf course as a park? That kind of has now sparked my interest. And now it kind of gives me a reason to fix the golf course and add in all the holes back in. That's quite a cool idea. If I zone it as a park, right, then technically people will come and visit the park and it will look like they're visiting the golf course. Does that make sense? It kind of does. I also want to try and get some like infrastructure sorted out on this section here. And I want to ask you guys a question as well. Now, I've seen a lot of comments about people asking me to hook up a subway line or a rail line between Oil Town and the USA. One way we can then ship cargo, but another way we can ship passengers. What do you guys think about that? Should I finally connect up the two islands with an underground metro or an underground train line? Because if you do an underground train line or something like that, because we already have like a rail network, you know, to a certain extent, kind of ish going through Oil Town, but it'll give me more of a reason than to sort out the train network in the USA. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. But let me take a look at the golf course first then. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the golf course all back up and running. And let me find all the good stuffs. There we go, all the holes there. So let me get all this back up and running. I'm going to have to makeshift stuff because I don't remember. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember how I placed certain stuff in. So this is all going to be a freaking guess, okay? Number 2, how are you? Number 3, oh, whoa, wee. It's big. It's a big one. So the path was originally set up as it is because it mimics as if the path goes to the certain areas, if that makes sense. Can I move this one slightly? Ooh, you're all bendy and windy, boy. There we go. Just so the path looks like it goes to the places. And all that kind of jazz. So we'll get this in. We'll zone it then officially as a park, which will be pretty good for us. And let me get this one over here. And then we'll place down a few little bits and bobs that, you know, the parks have and whatnot. Oh, that one's huge. That one's huge. Can't get that one in. And then hopefully people will start to see people coming over here. I'm actually quite excited to do this. I never actually thought to go down this route of doing that. So that's quite a good little idea, boy. Can I take the credit even though you suggested it? I'm just joking. You could take full credit for this. Right, I want the short and stubby ones. Because that is literally what I can squeeze in at the minute. And right, if I place that one there. Again, short and stubby, please. Or as close as. Too big. Right, there we go. So it's probably a little bit more holes than what we had originally before. Can I just move this one over slightly? There we go. All good stuff. So the golf course is in. again, to a certain extent. So now what I'm going to do then is I'm going to zone it as a park, as a city park. So nice and big. Where's the park one? Is this it? Paint park area. And I'll literally call it the golf course or wherever it... I mean, I don't think it's actually got a name, has it? I'm going to call it OilTown Golf Course anyway. So that will be our, you know, ways that we can rig the system. So, OilTown Golf Club? Club or course? I'm going to call it the Golf Club. Let me put a T on OilTown there to make it more dominant. There we go. So with that said then, I've got to do all the usual stuff to kind of create it as a park, if that makes sense. So park stuff then. The entrance. Can I anarchy stuff like this in? I could, but I can just keep it pretty simple. Yeah, I kind of can. How does that look in terms of... We might be able to get away with that. But I don't know how it's going to work with a path. So I think that's connected. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's one way to find out. And that'll be to kind of place like stuff like that down throughout the park. And what we'll do as well is we'll place little... Is that the side gate? Yeah. Where can I squeeze a side gate in? Oh, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? Right, on certain places I can squeeze in a side gate. Like if I did it there. And there. And there. And then with that, we can just kind of like I said, glitch the system and just kind of add in walkways and all that. Yeah. And then we just simply dot around wherever we can. Stuff that will facilitate the park a bit more. Nice little gazebos every so often, which is all good. All good in the herd. How does that affect like the golf course? Because they're gonna like shoot the ball over stuff. Add a little bit more extra pizzazz, as they say. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. We have some little like is that the calf or the toilets? The restrooms. I have a couple of restroom facilities. There we go. We do. Is that the park calf? And then the info booth. Just the general stuff. The general stuff, boys, that we would squeeze in normally. So I'm placing on each section as if, you know, that's the only side that they walk in on, and kind of, you know, stuffs. So we need power. Power, power, power. And we'll get the car park things down. One there, one there. It doesn't really stretch the distance, but that's okay. Because I can make it stretch the distance. And by doing that, I throw in little gazebos. Wait, do gazebos have power? Yes, and that connects all those guys up. Which I don't think... Is one going to be enough? Yeah, boy. Right, okay, sweet. Add one in just there. That connects up the power there. Right, we've all got power. We've all got power. So it's quite a weird one. It's quite a weird on how we've done it. We wouldn't really normally do it like this. But then we might see people taking advantage of that park and then going in. Right, we'll leave that to do what it's got to do. Oh, we got a little bit of residential growth here. Is the Compton area all built up? Holy smokes. It's close. It's actually getting pretty close, which is really good. We got some traffic here. I know I said I didn't want to do anything with USA, but let me just kind of do this. There's another exit. Because there's traffic being caused there. At least people going out here could go that way, up and out, and that kind of good stuff. Right, anyway, let's get back over here then. So, have we had many visitors yet? We've had one visitor. Alright, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And I'm hoping... Right, hold on. If I place that there, that's where it is, in that little bubble. There we go. I think I've kind of hooked up the park entrance, but Let's just pretend that park don't exist, guys. It's all to do with the golf club. Right, so let's sort this out then. So I've had some ideas with this. My inspiration for this section is, now if you've ever been to like San Francisco or around that area and you kind of notice, you know underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, you have the road that leads to the building underneath. I'm not quite sure what the building is underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, but the road kind of goes along the shoreline, and then you have the big like hills and stuff kind of, you know, next to the road, and then people walk all up here. I'm taking inspiration from that, but people are not walking up here. I'm going to build the city out, but the road's not going to connect to this. It's going to be like a little, almost like a smaller cliff edge, if that makes sense. So, and that's where really the road's going to end to. Might do a little car park at the end there, to finish off the beach area. So it should be quite a nice little section. Now, if I pick up from here and just kind of bulk this out a bit more, we'll smooth it and all. I'm just trying to create a nice platform to build upon. There we go, and then we'll kind of then smooth it off as much as we can. There we go. There we go. So it gives us more surface area to work with there. Everything got overhang, and whoever's in these buildings are going to have such a sweet view of the ship that sinks every so often. Right, okay. So let's get some roads up and running. So we'll come off what we've got there. Is that the correct angle? 90 degrees. Yeah, it looks really off, doesn't it? Okay, let me redo that again, by the way, because I want to make sure I get the right distance. So 30 by 20 and up. 30 by 20, and I take it that's another, yeah, 20. Oh, that one's not exactly. That's actually kind of slightly off. I didn't even realize that. Right, let me delete that for a second and do it like that. I don't mind that one being off. I just want these to be pretty sweet. Oh, we've also got a bridge here. Oh dear. There we go. There we go. So, from that then, I can create, or start to create, my grid effect, because I want to maximize this area as much as possible. There we go. To make it a really good walking distance. Not walking distance. What am I talking about? I don't know. In my head, I had something like I need to get paths up here, but I was trying to say I want to maximize the land so I can, you know, take advantage of every nook and cranny. I don't know what's going on right now. Too much self-isolation. We'll get a nice little path then it walks down. So what I think I'll do. Well, actually, what I think I'll do is. Now we got the kind of the edge of the mountain kind of cliff edge, what you want to call it. Should I smoothen a bit more? I'm just wondering what I can get away with in terms of smoothing here. Let me pause. So it's quite a dominant feature at the minute. So what we'll do is, I think we'll take it from about here, and we'll go for a little bend or some sorts. Just to there. Bend them and wiggle them down. Okay, it's a good connection to cross the road to go on these paths. It's a good connection as well to cross the road and go down the beachfront. So, great access to the beach. Bye! And in this area here, we've actually set up like another little car park. I don't actually know what we'd actually set up. We could figure it out at some point and see how it goes. So that's when the road then changes its directions. At this point. So if I made this come out by 30... and where does the bend take place? A 3. Well, we'll just do it like that. And bring this out by 40. And can I do another one? And then just literally make all these guys connect.
Alright, so it kind of bends around and then we still get that grid view, or that grid setup. It's because it makes this look like it bows out, like up to the right, but it don't because of how it kind of bends naturally anyway. And that kind of goes downhill a bit. Now, I don't mind that, because then we kind of naturally take in the land formation, and then we get all the different staggers. And we'll leave this kind of section open because, you know, we can decide what we want to do with that. Now, does this area have water? No, it doesn't. So let's quickly get some water set up for these guys. There we go. That kind of just quickly, very, very quickly just covers them all. And, right, we seem to have some demands for pretty much a little bit of everything at the minute. So, now then, again, I'm leaving this alone, but I take it now the Compton area is now up and running. Yep. We've got lots of traffic coming down here, so we're going to have to do some traffic management at some point. Boys, got to sort that out. It's mainly down to the fact that the industrial is over here. And they kind of want to get to... It's mainly getting off the boat, going up to here, turning off, and then going around. So we're going to have to do something a little bit different for the industrial side. Might have to incorporate some tunnels, boys. Ooh, Seniac, that's fancy. Or something like that, we just don't know. We'll figure that out another time. That's another headache. Right, the golf course then. For the first time ever, I'm seeing vehicles drive down here. No way. So where do they choose to park? Will they take my beautiful parking spots here, or will they take the solar panelled cover parking spots? There's a couple of vehicles over here taking advantage of that. Anyone over here? Not just yet. So where's that red car going? I bet it's going in here, isn't it? No. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Where are you going, boy? Ah, parking on the side of the road, I see. I mean, I can cancel the parking spots along here, but we'll just let it... We'll just see how it goes in general. But yeah, vehicles are making their way up. Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. Oh, there's quite a few coming in. I like it. Are we seeing people walk down here? Oh, a lot of people just walk this way. Okay. And there's some more people there. They're coming in waves, aren't they? Because they're walking on the path. When you zoom out slightly, it looks like they're on the golf course. Well, that's kind of cool. Anyway, so in this area we have residential, got a bit of offices and all that kind of stuff. So we got some commercial demand, and seeing as this is kind of a little bit down by the waterfront or the seafront, we'll do this as the commercial. Then I squeeze a block of offices for the workforce there. And this will be some beautiful residential, but again, we ain't going to have the demand to supplement that area just yet. So we'll kind of build that, and I'll kind of try and increase the residential a little bit more. Now, I want to look through all this stuff. I was having a little nose of it earlier. Some of the stuff that I kind of missed. And what would be beneficial over here? Because we're trying to not beautify the spot. OilTown, no. You know some of the water stuff? Like you got the floating gardens here. The Opera House. I think the Opera House would be a really good one to squeeze in somewhere for OilTown. And seeing as you got this like beautiful stuff down here, we kind of want to take advantage of that. Because like if I squeezed in, for example, the Opera House here, or if I did it this side, I mean, I can't even do it with Anarchy on because the slope is too steep. Now that'd be too steep there for that, wouldn't it? I could do that. I mean, there's other options as well. We've got here Ackerman Library, got the aquarium. We have the Modern Art Museum. So some stuff is a little bit too big. See, that would squeeze in beautiful, like somewhere there. Do you know, we're going to place that one there. That'll be nice. We have the stadium. This is a good. Oh, that could be good over here. Couldn't it? Let me do some little bit of terraforming here again. So we've got like a level to a certain extent there. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause it for a second. Alright, so flatten that out. Smoothing it back a bit. There we go. And if that was placed in, it could low-key just go here. And then we need to finish up just bending the road. Like that. And then with the move it tool, just to there. That kind of, that's actually quite nice, isn't it? It's quite nice. And then just give some little bit of touches of smoothing off the top of this area. There we go. And does it need water? I don't know if it needs power. Yeah, it's going to need power. So we'll sort that out in just a second. What else can I squeeze from this list? Theatre of Wonders, a little bit too big for my liking. Central Park's way too big. The Luxury Hotel. Do you know what's pretty cool? And let me know what you guys think about this. You know the Luxury Hotel? What if I made a small little island just slightly off? A bit like, you know, say like this here. A small island with the hotel was only on. Don't you think that would be kind of cool? I think it would. Right, we've had 39 visitors so far to the park. We might need to get some public transport set up to get over there. Might do a nice little bus route or something. We'll see. I mean, we got the tram stop. Where is the tram stop? Just there. And then that's where you've seen people walking over. But it's still quite a distance to walk, isn't it? It really is. Right, okay, so we need some electricity. So I think because it's so far out of the way right now, what we'll do is we'll place in that car park there just for these guys. So at least they can park their vehicles. It's a weird position, but we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. Okay, so we're now getting the industrial demand, which is good to see. So in that little nook and cranny there, we'll fill it up with some offices. We've still got plenty of room down here to squeeze in some factories here and there. So why don't we take advantage of that then? So I could do it all down this road, but you kind of want to be careful. I don't want to do it on these little bits there. We've got a few little hot spots I can do just here. Now it's got water, right? Yeah. Squeeze it in there. But at the same time, I could also take advantage of this area too, which would be good. And then we have all this space over here for industrial as well. Now you're going to think about this space because there's not too much traffic. It's all got water, hasn't it? Yeah. So you can do little pockets of it. Like just here and then. Again, not too much. Because that's when we start to get the issues back. So we'll leave it like that. And let that grow naturally. Yeah, it will have power when it's over there. So again, it's just going to supplement the small little bit of industrial demand that we have. But it's becoming more and more difficult now to kind of grow with the demands, isn't it? Now we're approaching that 100,000. That's always how the game works. You approach 100,000 people, and the game slows right down, boys. Right down. Not saying I want to enable super demand mod just yet, but that's going to be on the table at some point. Got a lot of traffic filtering into there, don't we? We do. So that's pretty much built up there. Pretty nice. Like it. And now we've got some more commercial demand then. So let's squeeze in a little bit of commercial in a couple of spots. So I think we'll take this section here as commercial. And just here. It's pretty good. Leave that for some residential there. I could get some low density commercial in these little gaps, as it's like the storefronts leading up to the road of all this stuff, but keep the beach free. Keep the beach side of it all nice and free. And that would do its job just perfect. How's Death Island? Nobody using the car parks, guys? No. Nobody wants to use them. Right, how are we over here then? Yeah, there's no people just chilling on that side, so we know that's working. So now, because there's technically a car park over there, they're going to use that before they even use any of these. I'm just intrigued to see if anybody else uses anything. No, because you're going to get them using first the solar panel car park things. But there's a lot of vehicles driving in, isn't there? And more importantly, there's a lot of people walking in too. So why don't we set up a nice little bus route? So yeah, we have a thingy there. But if I utilize and create the stop there. Actually, no. That side is better, isn't it? And we'll get the bus to stop here alongside that tram stop, and then we'll make it come into there, to there, to there, to there, to there, to there. So just circulate around that area. So it can pick up a few people around there, but it's also connected to that tram line as well. So it just makes it easier if they don't want to walk down here. I got that stop in, boys. I didn't add it to here, did I? No. Right, one there. What's going on, boy? I'm gonna stop there, I'm gonna stop there. So it helps the transition if people just want to jump on the tram line from that point as well. At least we've got a bus line going back and forth. How does it work? Okay, so people are now waiting in the car park for the bus, which is actually quite a cool idea. I like that. I do like that. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet, mate. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. So, we're going to see how this progresses over time then. Because this is completely, again, something completely out there that we wouldn't have normally done. But we're interested to see how it progresses. There's already people waiting for the bus, which shows you, again, that's going to take some kind of effect, which is going to be pretty sweet. There's one person waiting for the bus over here, which is a random area at the minute. But that's all good. That's all good. We're just going to wait for our general stores and shops that will come in, but growth is going to be slow right now. And that's solely because we have a lot of expansion still waiting. We're still waiting for the upgrades to happen in a lot of places, which is going to take away some of our demand. But we should get it in time. At least we haven't got no major issues in both countries right now. That's a big help. But guys, hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.